to introduce you now to this rat terrier chihuahua mix named Rufus. He was a proud member of the Reef family from the East Bay for the last 15 years before he sadly passed away in April. That is when the family decided to rescue another dog named Ziggy. Notice any resemblance? Well, it turns out the two dogs share a lot more in common than just their good looks. Our Amanda Harry has the story on a twist of fate that left a grieving family believing in miracles.
Ziggy, come here.
Some connections come only once in a lifetime, but for the Reef family, it came twice.
I don't think there was more of a true example of like love at first sight.
That's how Jillian Reef remembers meeting her dog Ziggy back in April. It was just days after losing Rufus, who she described as her soul dog. Rufus was there for every milestone over the last decade of her life.
We were engaged and Rufus was there. He actually had the ring tied around his neck. And when my husband and I got married, he was there. He was wearing a little tux and he was in City Hall pictures. And then when we had our children, so Maya and Benjamin, Rufus was actually the first family member to meet both of our kids, even before Grandma.
Rufus passed away quickly and unexpectedly earlier this year, leaving the family heartbroken. That night, Reef's 6-year-old daughter, Maya, was looking at adoptable dogs. She stumbled upon Ziggy at Muttville in San Francisco and showed him to her mom.
They both look like the same colors.
In the state of mind that I was in, I looked at it and for a half-second thought she might have been in my phone's photo album because they just looked so similar.
Reef couldn't stop thinking about Ziggy. She agonized over his photo, visiting his profile hundreds of times over just a few days. She knew she needed to make an appointment at Muttville to meet him.
When Ziggy trotted through that little gate with the adoption counselor, and I could see that he was lumpy and bumpy and old and a little wobbly, which is what Rufus was when we lost him, I didn't have any questions.
They committed to adopting him within minutes. After they took him home, the similarities became more apparent, including the way they communicated.
We learned that probably hour 2 of him being here because he was hungry and we weren't moving quick enough. And suddenly from the corner, that very familiar, like warbling sound, my husband said, "Oh my God, is that Ziggy?"
Reef decided to DNA test Ziggy, something they had done with Rufus back in 2017. She was at work when she got the results. It confirmed they were both rat terrier chihuahua mixes, but there was another tab that said relatives.
Rufus was Ziggy's son, and I was so panicked in that moment. I think I probably shouted in my conference room. I know I made some kind of, it might have been an expletive, I don't know, but it was a lot of emotion.
Rufus was about 15 years old when he passed. They estimate Ziggy is 16 or even 17 years old. Reef went straight home to hug Ziggy, grateful for this unexpected miracle.
And this doesn't make sense, and I have to be okay with that and just accept it as the amazing gift that it is.